you can always have lots of fun, right? Have you guys ever been on a GoPro camera before?
Yeah.
Well, now you have. Okay, so why do we have this? Because this morning is the very first time that my boy is going to get to share some of his stories with you guys. And it's on a pretty cool day because this is Palm Sunday. So is this Hand Sunday? No, although that is a palm. No, it's Palm Sunday. So you know what I need, Andrew? I need the keyboard. So we're going to share with you guys about Palm Sunday or Party Sunday. Because a party took place just a couple thousand years ago and it's still going on. We're still celebrating it. Thank you very much. So here we are.
We want to see Jesus in a whole new way. The question is, how many Jesuses is there in that picture?
You guys see?
More than one. I see more than one.
You guys see a picture of Jesus? Okay, I see it. Yeah. Okay, how many see one Jesus? Hands? Let's see. Okay, yeah. How many people have double vision and see two Jesuses? Okay, go for it, Sai. My boy's going to show you guys something.
The correct answer is two. The nose of this Jesus is another, then this tunnel is one as well.
There you go. So you've probably heard the big picture of the story of the triumphal entry of Jesus, but if you look closer, just like if you look closer in this picture, you'll see a second Jesus right there. Cool, huh? Okay, so.
I saw like three on this side.
Good. That means you got some good eyes. We are going to share with you guys a story. Okay, you got to listen close. And this is where Andrew's going to click, and we're going to watch just a short video clip of what took place.
Who is this Jesus of Nazareth? He's a prophet, a great prophet. A prophet on a donkey.
Okay, did you guys see that? Did you see, like, people weren't just like, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, this guy's walking into town on a donkey. Okay, yeah, sure. No! Okay, they were just like, yeah, this is the prophet, this is God we heard about, all the miracles on it. So it was party time right there. So that is what we're talking about today. We're sharing about that story. And Andrew, could you click it again so my keyboard could? There, now it's working. Now, what better way to actually go through the story and have you guys remember it? So you saw a video, but now we're going to act it out. Okay, we're going to have live action theater right here, right now. So, Josiah, do you want to pick some volunteers?
Sure. I need 2 disciples and Jesus and someone else who's already come to.
Okay, go for it. We're going to pick some disciples, and then we're going to pick Jesus, so someone who's looking very Jesus-ish today. So any of you guys growing beards and long hair here?
Right, kids.
Oh, you're kids, that's right. You haven't done that yet. Okay. Okay, can we get our Jesus and disciples? Can you guys come on up? Come, and Sai, you want to be ready to read? Okay, let's see your best walking in place, okay? Because we're going to imagine there's lots of space here, but everyone's all crowding in. So try pretending you're walking, okay? So go for it. Let's begin the story.
After telling this story, Jesus went on towards Jerusalem,
Oh, look at them go.
walking ahead of his disciples.
Oh, you better come in front of your disciples.
As he came to the town of Bethpage and Bethany on the Mount of Olives, he sent 2 disciples ahead. Go into that village over there, he told them. As he went, as you enter it, you will see a young donkey.
Okay, we're short a donkey.
And we're short chances, right? I'm short.
Yeah, we're kind of low on disciples also. Oh, look what we've got. You found a donkey? Okay, and here is some donkey ears. Very nice. Okay. Oh, but doesn't someone own this donkey?
We need an owner.
Okay. Come on up, owner. Okay, are you guys ready? Read on.
You will see a young donkey tied there that no one has ever ridden. Untie it and bring it here. If anyone asks you why you are untying that colt, just say the Lord needs it.
Okay, you better send your disciples. Read on, buddy.
So they went and found the colt, just as Jesus had said. And sure enough, as they were untying it, the owner asked them, "Why are you untying that colt?"
You want to challenge them? They're trying to jack your donkey. They're trying to steal your donkey.
Why are you untying it? Why do you untie it? Because the Lord needs it.
There you go.
So they brought the colt to Jesus and threw their jackets over it.
Okay. I guess you guys don't have jackets, but you got pretend jackets, right? Okay, good. Hey, thank you for giving your donkey. That was really nice of you.
How many jackets do you have? I have one in my closet.
Okay, let's read on.
As he rode, rode along, the crowd spread out their garments on the road ahead of him.
Okay, guess what? We need some crowd participation. Are you guys ready? Sai, can you get the props? Disciples, are you guys ready? Disciples, you're going to be behind the donkey. And it says the crowd. Do you guys think you could work up a crowd? Okay, you got to stay in your spots though, but you got to be real crowdish. Okay? So crowds aren't like, they are active and involved and engaged. So go for it. You can hand them out.
7.
Let's hand them out in the front so they look really cool. And guess what? They're palms, not swords. And for those who don't get the plastic palms, you're all hanging onto your palms right now. See them? There, Palm Sunday.
Double Palm Sunday.
Okay, we gotta hand them out. Hand them out quick. Don't you wish you had like one of those t-shirt cannons we could shoot palms out? There we go. And there's the last one. Are you ready to read the last one? Or the next part? Okay, read on. Here we go. Let's see how it works. Okay, Mr. Owner, you're going to want to go behind. Otherwise you get trampled by a donkey.
When he reached the place where the road started down the Mount of Olives, his followers, the disciples, began to shout and sing. As they walked along, praising God for all of the wonderful miracles they had seen. Blessings on the King who comes in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in the highest heaven.
Oh, we need one last volunteer. We need a bad guy. Oh, you're a good disciple. We need a grumpy bad guy. Who woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Okay, come on up. Are you ready? Okay, you get to be the bad guy.
No, did you actually wake up?
You look like a super nice bad guy, though. You're the nicest bad guy I've ever
Actually,
seen.
he looks really good for a bad guy.
I know. Doesn't look so bad. Okay, so here you go. You get to stand and wag your finger at Jesus. You ready?
Wag your finger? What's that mean? At her.
You get to point at her. And you disciples might want to go behind the bad guy. Come on over here, guys, so everyone can see.
Why did you? But some of the Pharisees among the crowd said, "Teacher, rebuke your followers for saying things like that."
Good job, bad guy. And here's the next part.
He replied, "If they kept quiet, the stones along the road would burst into cheers."
And cue the stone. Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see some singing stones. I think so. But that's not what happened because the crowd was... All right, so the stones didn't have to sing out. Now here's the next part of the story.
But as he came closer to Jerusalem and saw the city ahead, he began to cry and weep. Go ahead. Don't cry.
Okay, well...
How I wish today that you, of all people, would understand the way to peace, but now it is too late, and peace is hidden from your eyes.
Thank you, guys. Good job. Thank you, donkey. Thank you, palm people. Thank you, disciples. Thank you, the best good bad guy I've seen. So you guys can grab a seat. That was great. And can you guys throw the palms gently, or maybe not so gently, but just throw them right up here? Okay, are you ready? Just throw them. Ready? There you go. Throw the palm up. Ready? Okay. You ready to read the next part? So here we go.
Jesus keeps his promise. Jesus was the promise.
And what is this? Riding on a donkey into Jerusalem.
Was Jesus keeping the promise?
Okay, how is riding a donkey keeping a promise? Anyone? Anyone? Scanner. Okay, how was it?
Long ago, before Jesus was even on the earth, the Bible, there was a prophecy that said that a king would ride into Jerusalem on a donkey. And Jesus was the king of kings.
Right on. Yeah, so Jesus came in as a humble king on the back of a donkey. But just like God keeping that promise,
he made promises to you. The promise of salvation, the promise of presence, and
promise of provision. So some big words, but you'll see what they mean. I bet you already know what they mean. Okay, so what is this a picture of?
That is a picture of me when I first got baptized. That is a picture of me telling people that I do believe in God, that I believe that He did die on the cross for me, that He is Savior.
Okay, so because you made the decision to follow Jesus, okay, and you admitted your sin, you confessed that Jesus is Lord, you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and then you confess, then you have the promise of heaven, promise of salvation. Okay, so that's that promise. Promise of presence. What in the world does this have to do with presence and protection? Or actually, what is that? Yeah, what is that? Go for it.
I have a flying car. Flying car.
A flying car. Okay, so what's that got to do with it?
Well, that's the first time that I ever went flying in. And that has to do with presence and protection. But when I first went up in it, I was very scared. And Jesus was with me that whole time. He calmed me down. And when I got in the air, it wasn't like I thought it would be. And He helped you and me fly, and we got down safely.
Perfect. Okay, have you guys ever felt that in your stomach? Like the first time you went on a scary ride and you didn't know what you're going to experience? Well, you've got a promise of God's presence being with you guys, even in scary situations and protection. So what is this a picture of?
That's a picture of us in Afghanistan next to a tank.
Okay, why are there tanks in Afghanistan?
Because there's a big war going on there today and used to be going on. God protected us by helping us not to get hurt.
Okay, and that looks like a good picture. Might explain how?
Well, the same way as Jesus is there with you, He uses other people to protect you too. He can use mom, dad, brother, sister, nurses, police officers, and army men, and He used that man to protect us.
That's right. He was a good soldier that helped us. And what is that?
That's a picture of us in Afghanistan with our new puppy, Ori.
Okay, so you had love of a pet. Awesome. Any of you guys have some pets? Yeah? Wow, there's a lot of pets in this place. So, promised provision, God giving you what you guys need. Here's one of those big words. I bet you already know what it means, guys. So what's this first picture of?
That's a picture of me and my friends, the Saints, on a tractor ride together. And that's an example of provision, Jesus providing you with things that you need.
With friends?
Even when you're away from family, home, or older friends, God will provide.
Okay, I'm going to jump ahead a few pictures. So what is this picture?
That is a picture of the underground church in Afghanistan. Most people don't believe in God there, and if they figured out that you did, they would try and kill you for it.
Oh, so that church actually moved around every week. So God provided, even in a very hard place, other people that believed in Him that we were able to meet with. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to share some of those stories with you afterwards.
That's
So,
a picture of us in this church.
God keeps His promises to you. Whoa, cool effects.
Jesus is the answer. So the Pharisees said to one another, "See, this is getting us nowhere. Look at how the whole world has gone after Him."
Did you guys see how jealous the Pharisees were? When Jesus is coming in like a rock star, they were like, no matter what we've tried, people are all going after Him. But were they really?
Jesus is the answer.
So Jesus is the answer. How were you sharing about Jesus?
Well, you can't just share about Jesus by preaching like I am now. You can also do it by just being a friend.
Okay, and what is this?
That's a picture of me sending out newsletters to people who don't believe in Jesus. And you can also teach people about Jesus by writing.
Writing, that's a great way. Technology, tweeting. Yeah. And
That's a picture of me handing out magazines to people that to go to services. this Jesus is the answer, and those are pictures of people who came over and they asked me to pray for them. That's a picture of me praying for them.
So, I want you guys to learn an incredible lesson. Look at this. Super young, as young as the youngest person in here, your prayers matter. You guys your prayers are powerful and amazing. And God hears your prayers. And you guys, you can pray for other people also. And God hears your prayers. So Jesus is a rock star.
Biggest thing in history.
Yep. And even though Jesus is the biggest thing in history, guess what?
The rockstar Jesus knows you personally. He knows you better than you know yourself. He knows the future of everyone around you and you.
He knows everything about you and loves you just as you are, good, bad. So, many different ways that people worshiped Jesus on Palm or Party Sunday. Okay? Do you guys see those? We're not going to hand those ones out. We just got them back. So, they did the palm branches. Let's see your palm branches. Ready?
I'm going to